Hello. This is Rhapsody, your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, aka the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody, aka Mr. Transformer, aka Rhapsody Barrero, wishing you a wonderful day. Hoping you had one if this is in the evening. Hoping you have one if this is in the morning when you see this. And today, first, before we get to that, just a little reminder, 97% of the people who watch my videos do not subscribe. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Please share the video. Please comment on the video. It helps the YouTube algorithm allow this to span its wings and fly around the platform and find wonderful people who are really in need of this wonderful knowledge. And it is wonderful knowledge finding its way to you by way of the Magnetic Mind Masterclass. And there's going to be a link in the description for you to be able to get 1 free week of the Magnetic Mind Masterclass so that you too can have access to some of this wonderful information. Not to mention, there are 7 live sessions a week, and beyond that, there are 6 years of sessions in the library. All you need to do is pick a year and put in the search box what you're looking for to get help on, and you will get a library of different sessions covering what you need help with, and we are there available to give you said help. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the difference between a true choice and a choice made by way of what we call the egoic agenda. And what might you say is this egoic agenda? Well, I'm about to tell you, okay? Yeah, okay. As a part of individuation, that's this whole process of coming from infinity to enter into a body, because you are a spirit with a body, you're not a body with a spirit. Remember that. And just from learning how to interact with the world, or more specifically, how to interact with our family, we wind up developing these 6 unwanted beliefs, any one of a number of them, or all of them in some cases, because these are just things that we came across just from trying to figure out how to interact with our family. Like if we smile as a baby, we have people that want to pick us up. If we cry a lot, we don't have people that want to pick us up. So we learn, hey, we need to not cry so much, so we'll get more people to pick us up, that type of thing. So, the 6 unwanted beliefs that are the foundation of the egoic agenda are: I am not good enough, I am not worthy, I don't belong, I am not perfect, I am not capable, and I am not significant. I'm going to do this backwards just because, to make it interesting for me. All right, starting with the I'm not significant. It's like, let's say you're a baby that shows up in a family of like 4 or 5 other kids. So there's 4 or 5 other kids vying for mommy and daddy's attention, and sometimes we just get left out. Sometimes we just get forgotten. No, they'll feed us every now and again. They'll make sure we get enough water. We'll get our dieties changed eventually. I got a story on that God, I just found the truth out about for myself. Yay. Now you know why I'm so freaking much of a nutburger. Okay. So through all of that abandonment, one might easily come across the idea that, well, I guess I'm not significant enough to have people pay attention to me all the time, to have everybody pay attention to me all the time like they did when I was a baby. And now that I'm no longer a baby and I'm just crawling around getting into all kinds of foolishness, people let me get into foolishness because they're not paying attention, so I must be insignificant. I must not matter, really, in the whole scheme of things. Unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Next, of course, being I'm not capable. And that also makes sense because you're 2 years old, you just learned a few words, and you're finally able to talk, to communicate with these bigger people. and you see them doing all these other wonderful things that you would love to do all these wonderful things if your arms were long enough, if your legs were long enough, if you were strong enough, if your hands were big enough. You know, we love to do all these things that we're seeing other people do. And that's part of why so many toddlers get into so much trouble, because they're trying to do, as we say in the street, you're doing too much, or you're trying to do too much. Because a 2-year-old should not have to fry its own eggs for breakfast. It would just not end well. Because you don't even have the coordination at that point. You're barely staying on 2 feet. Never mind standing in front of a stove, frying up an egg, flipping it over, not having the egg end up on the stove or on the floor or on your face or on your head, anything like that. All right. Next of the unwanted beliefs that fuel the egoic agenda is, I'm not perfect. Where do we get this from? Holy cow. Well, as a 2-year-old, as a toddler, somewhere between 2 and 4, you see all these other people doing all these other things, and they seem like they're perfect doing these other things. As a 2-year-old, as a 3-year-old, as a 4-year-old, you don't realize that they've been doing all these things for years. So it just comes naturally to them now. Boy, that was gross. Okay. But it looks perfect to you, so you think, just showing up on the scene with the gangster lean, that you ought to be able to just do all these wonderful things you see all these other people doing, and you just can't. You can't, and you try, and you fail miserably, and you try again, and you fail some more, and eventually you just accept the fact that you're not perfect. And the challenge with this and all of the other egoic agendas is that if we don't create a different belief, we carry these into adulthood. So the person who was insignificant as a toddler, their main goal in life is to be invisible. Their main goal in life is to not attract attention to themselves. Their main goal in life is to show up in life, through life, as like a sound wave that nobody sees and people barely hear, and that equates to happiness for them. Not that they're happy, that's just what they're used to. They're familiar with that. And as the statement goes regarding the unconscious or the subconscious, the subconscious equates familiar with safe. So being invisible, we know we're safe. There you go. As far as the being incapable, these are the people that are always taking a course or always reading a book, or in my case, always watching YouTube videos to see how we can pump this up some more. And they're always aiming toward acquiring more knowledge so they can become more capable. Because they have this wound in their psyche, this wound in their unconscious that says that they're not capable. Okay? Yeah, okay. And then there's the not perfect people. Those are the people, wow, those are your A students. And they're not A students because they think they're perfect. They're A students because they don't think they're perfect, and their mission in life is to become perfect somehow as a result of academic achievement, or as physical achievement in sports, or as theatrical achievement as a thespian, if you will, what have you, whatnot, or as a singer or any other kind of performer. That's what they're shooting for. All right, still got 3 more. Okay, the next on the list of unwanted beliefs that aid and abet the egoic agenda is I don't belong. And you think to yourself, how can you come up with that having been brought up in a family? Of course you belong. The challenge with that is that as physically being part of the family, one of the things that might turn up is that it turns out that you're really good at something, even though you're only 2 or 3 or 4 years old. That's where our prodigies come from. Our 5-year-olds that can play Beethoven just as easily as falling off a log. And the rest of the family might not be that excessively wonderful in a particular aspect. So they look at you and you become the pariah. Yay. You would think they would applaud you. You would think that they would be happy for you. You would think that they would hoist you on your own petard. No, that's not the way to go. But on a platform, there you go. You would think they would want to be human wheels, like back in the day when the slaves would carry the king and everybody had a corner of the chair, corner of the platform that the king was sitting on, and they'd just walk around and the king would sit in the chair like he had a motorized wheelchair, but it was motorized by humans. Okay, but they don't, because in your excessive, outstanding, above average performance, all they can see is their less than average, below average, subpar performance. So they make you like you're not even really a member of the family. You're not really here. Yeah, we know you're here, but we're not going to pay attention to you. You can go ahead to your recitals and have crowds of people applauding for you. Knock yourself out. As far as we're concerned, you don't exist. That is painful. Whew, God, is that painful. Okay. And the next on the list of unwanted beliefs that aid and abet the egoic agenda is I'm not worthy. And we get to I'm not worthy, like I say, as a part of individuation. I'll do a talk on that at some point, maybe, possibly. But not being worthy, it's like if you have a family of a whole bunch of kids, maybe they make it a point to make sure that they eat, but you don't necessarily get to eat as much as you'd like to eat. They walk away from the table full. You walk away from the table still a little bit hungry because they got to the seconds before you were able to even finish your first. And you eat slow. You're a 2-year-old. You're a 3-year-old. You're a 4-year-old. You're supposed to eat slow. That's part of the package. That's part of learning how to eat. But that's just an example of how you could come up with the idea, I'm not worthy. Because people aren't making sure, like they did when I first showed up. When I first showed up, they freaking kept a bottle in my mug. I wanted for nothing. And then after they saw I could get around and feed myself, wow, I just got hit with something. It's very possible that those who got the wound of not worthy are the same ones that are all about the business of making you responsible for their lives, making you responsible for their pains, making you responsible for their income. Possibly. Makes sense. Okay. Last but definitely not least, of the unwanted beliefs that aid and abet the egoic agenda is I am not good enough. And that's one of those that just about goes across the board. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. And we get there just from trying and failing. And the thing is, you're supposed to fail when you try. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. Nobody comes out the box being able to play Rachmaninoff. You got to practice that shit. I'm just saying. Nobody comes out of the box singing like Celine Dion. Well, maybe she did. But all the rest of us schlubs, we had to work at it. Okay, us too, because like everybody in my family sings, and we sing like drunk people fall down. It's just, we're blessed. Some people, however, have to work at it. Like, I've got a cousin, may she rest in peace, she's not around anymore, but oh my God. I used to hear people talk about people that were tone deaf, and I thought it was something they just made up. But to hear this chick sing, holy freaking cow. It was like singing in a pail. And it was just bad. But, you know, I never said anything about it because she was like super older, matriarch level older. So, you know, you don't you don't clown the matriarch on how bad they sing. You just note to yourself, do not have her sing at your wedding. Because this chick can't sing. Okay. But that's just one example. So, I'm not enough. All right. Enough on the egoic agenda. Now we're going to talk about the true choice. The true choice is the choice that you make just because you want it. A true choice might be to have a wildly successful business, but the true choice would be that you have a wildly successful business just because you thought it would be a cool thing to do. Just because you thought it would be a cool thing to have. It makes it not a true choice when you decide you want a wildly successful business so you can take your family on trips, so you can give to charities, so you can buy a better house, so you can buy a better car. No true choice ever comes with an excuse. It's just because you want it. I desire to create a loving relationship. Not because I don't want to be lonely. That's the other one, avoiding pain. I desire to be in a healthy relationship because I've been in healthy relationships before and they feel really good. And I like feeling really good. And another one being, let's say, under the I don't belong wound, I want to join the Peace Corps and do good things for people in foreign countries that are unable to do good things for themselves. Not because I want accolades as a member of the Peace Corps, but maybe I saw a movie as a youngster of people in the Peace Corps and I looked at what they were doing and I could tell from their expressions how good it was making them feel, and I wanted to feel that. So you're doing it just because you want the feeling. That's all. You're not doing it for extra credit. You're not doing it for bonus points. You're not doing it for gems in your crown in heaven. Not going to talk about that, but you're not doing it for that. You're doing it for the love of doing it. That's it. I know some people's brains are crashing up against brick walls over this, but, well, that's the way it ought to be, really. Because, oh man, like so many people would join the Peace Corps to cover the wound of not being significant. I'm helping all these people, so I'm significant. So many people would become doctors to heal the wound of I'm not capable. I'm a doctor, I saved this person's life, I'm capable. Some people might decide to say, let's see what's a good one for that. Mathematicians, holy cow, to be the best mathematician in the world, not because they really love numbers, because me, I really love, it's weird. I really love numbers, but I have no desire to be a mathematician because things I love, I don't really want to do for a living. That's just me. You do you, boo. But for me, no. But it could be that a person is becoming a mathematician to become the best mathematician in the world to cover the wound, the egoic agenda that I am not perfect. There you go. And the person who decides that they want to become part of the Peace Corps just to be in a really cool group because they think it's a really cool group, because you get acknowledgement from being in this really cool group, they could also be suffering from the I don't belong unwanted belief, which feeds the egoic agenda. And last but not least, the I am not good enough. might come from people that go into service industries or service professions to help people, not because they like helping people, not because it feels good to help people, and it feels good to help people. I'm here to tell you, it's because they feel like by helping people, maybe, just maybe, at some point they will be good enough. Okay? Okay. So, at the end of the day, make yours a true choice. Whatever you're doing in life, make it be a true choice. Like I was talking about yesterday, I didn't finish it up, so I'm going to finish it up here. Let's say if you're in a situation where you're overweight and you want to lose weight. Instead of saying that you want to lose weight, the better true choice is that I desire to be healthy and vital. As a healthy and vital person, I eat better. As a healthy and vital person, I'm more active. As a healthy and vital person, I find fun activities that are moving my body physically, like going into martial arts, dancing, anything. Cycling, some people join cycling clubs. I was just out the other night and saw a bunch of people just out running, and okay. I was in the Marines for 6 years. I hate running. I hate running with a passion. I hate running to the core of my being. The only time I'm going to run is maybe to outrun a dog, and what I would rather do is just pick up a rock and hit the dog in the head. That's just me. Because if I hit the dog in the head, the dog's going to change his mind, and I don't have to run. But some people, hey, that's their thing. All right, so make it a true choice. Make it a true choice, and you'll just feel better about it. You're not covering a wound. You're just doing something for the love of doing it. You're doing something because you just want to do it. That's the only reason you need to have to do it. That is the one and only reason. You're not doing it to cover a wound, I just got one for myself. Damn, I hate it when that happens. You're not doing a thing to cover a wound from damage that you might have done to your family inadvertently or advertently. I'm putting that there for me to be able to check back on it later, because that one was for me. But I just get this stuff. I'm intuitive. It happens. All right. So, you want the better job just because you want the better job. Not because you want to buy a better house. Not because you want to buy a better car. Not because you want to send your kids to a better school. You want the better job just because, A, the better job is something you could really see yourself enjoy doing. And B, you really enjoy the idea of making the extra money just to have it. Just to have it. Okay, that's it for today. We're going to come back tomorrow with the next video. And please remember to smash that like button. People kill me when they say that. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the video. Please share the video. Please comment on the video. 97% of the people who watch my videos do not subscribe. No, or as a homeboy would say, no, not today. Please subscribe to the channel. And for that free 1 week in the Magnetic Mind Masterclass, click on the link in the description, click on the link in the post, get your free week, 7 live sessions. There's a 7 live sessions a week and 6 years of backlogged sessions. Put it in the search box for whatever you're dealing with that you want some help on. You'll be able to find a list of sessions to cover that. It will help you. It will blow your mind. And you'll be like, where has this thing been all my life? And the reality is, it's only been around for the last 6 years. So consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself blessed to be able to access it at this point in your life. Wherever you are in your life, it doesn't matter if you're older, if you're younger, if you're middle-aged, it doesn't matter. It will help you so much. You just have no idea. You have no idea. You got to check it out. Click the link in the description. Click the link in the post for your free 1 week of the Magnetic Mind Masterclass. Stand by to have your mind blown, and we will see you tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah.